Hello, never too shy. Hi guys, Paulina here.
Talk with Tati.
Nestor.
Yes.
Oh wait, why did I say my
I don't
Instagram?
fucking know what I was like going with it.
It's because when you guys sing happy birthday, you said talk with Tati. Okay.
I know. You're like, I went by my Instagram
Tati.
name now. Talk to me
Tati.
nice.
Yeah.
And producer Marco, hello.
Hi.
We have a thing of cupcakes sitting here, not for decoration technically, but because we had a birthday bitch one time for the birthday bitch. And I don't know why Marco doesn't tell us, but his birthday is also coming up, and you're a Leo too.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Leo
Proud
gang.
Leo.
You guys are opposite Leos to me.
Why?
Really?
No,
Yes.
I think we're like the exact same.
No,
You think
I
you're the
think we're
same?
yes. You don't
think so?
understand. I had this. You don't remember the first time
No,
we had our
they-
meeting
I
and I
remember.
met Marco, and then
She was
when
ready to kill me.
I
for
was
no
ready
reason.
to kill him, like
I
we
know.
were already like and then when I
No. Hold on. You were. I was like chilling. I was fine.
whatever.
You know
But
what?
then when we realized we were both Leos, that's when I was like, it makes sense.
Well,
He's very strong and opinionated, and I'm
Yes.
very strong and opinionated,
Yep.
and that was. But then, like now, it's like we agree a lot. Like now, we're on the same page
I
in so
respect-
many ways.
I respect
It's
that
crazy.
people believe in horoscopes and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys are completely different. Like
think
the
so?
only
I think
thing,
you're
the only thing is that you guys are honest. You know,
And
and that's
well.
like very.
I think we're both
You're
hustlers.
very direct. Very direct is what I want.
We're both hustlers. We're both family orientated.
I definitely think she's a little bit more dramatic, but that's just because she's Tati.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no argument.
drama queen.
I think
It's
he's
'cause
more
she's a drama
conservative.
I'm more quiet. I'll say that.
I love this.
Tell me I'm
Ding, ding,
loud.
ding.
Right. I'm like, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
But, yes.
But I do think a lot of like qualities we have are very similar.
I always say this to all my Leos, and they get really mad, especially my fiance. He gets really offended. Like, actually, Leos love attention.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna disagree with me, but I
100%.
know I know your attention.
What's my attention?
Your attention way, right? It's not like you don't go on social media and like shake your ass. It's not your attention. And even though you do, I love that. I'm just saying, like, you love
I'm
attention.
a close friend story,
Yes,
okay?
yes. But like, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But
No, I know.
I mean, like, you are very like, you know, like I'm here and I'm dancing and
I
I'm
am
out
the
there
attention.
and I'm here, yeah.
Yeah.
But in a great way. And
No,
all
yeah.
my Leos love attention. I think it's
Yeah.
literally proven that Leos love attention. But the reason that you and my fiance disagree is because, like, yeah, you guys aren't like, you know, like fucking social media vixens where you're like, look at me. Like, it's not even about that. But
Right.
that's the only attention way. How I see it is, and I tell my fiance this all the time, I'm like, you guys get your attention through your materialistic items. And you're going to disagree with that, but it's not false. It's not false at all. And I'm like, that's where your attention comes from. I guess you're a little less than Javi would be. Like, he's got like he has more shoes than me. I'm a female. You have more shoes than me.
You're
I don't
fighting
like
with your
attention. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Right. It's a fucking, I was like, what's going on? But that's how I see it. Of the materialistic stuff, and like his argument is like, I work hard, I deserve. Yes, no one's saying you don't deserve the stuff you work for. I'm not saying that, bro. But I feel like that's another form of attention when you're wearing your. I mean, you don't do this, but he wears like his
Sounds like
chain.
I'm nothing like this then.
No, I think you are though. You love your stuff. You don't flex your
See,
stuff,
this
but
is-
you like your stuff.
This is why I respect people that believe in horoscopes. But I think that could be said about anything.
What do you mean?
Like you're saying, because he's a Leo, he likes attention.
What do they just do? Leos
But
love
that's just
attention.
people in general. People in general need attention.
Well, yes, but like Leos are the
Leos
most
Do you
are
get
the
what I'm saying?
center of attention.
Yes.
Well,
But I will
Yes.
say, there's one person I know, this guy who is a Leo, and he doesn't have any of those Leo qualities.
Really?
So I feel like he
That's
doesn't.
what I'm saying.
We need to kick him out. He,
him out,
he
Leo
needs to
gang?
be a Virgo or he needs to be a Cancer. Like he can't be a Leo.
I don't think it's a horoscope thing. I just think it's a
I don't know.
people
I
thing.
think my Leo qualities are like I'm very bossy, and so like that's my biggest quality is like I'm super bossy, and I always want to be in control. Like I
Yeah,
always
like me.
want to be like figuring things out and doing like that. As far as like
Literally.
attention and stuff, like I'm very, I don't know, it's very difficult because being
No, it's
7
laughing
feet
be-
tall, I always have attention. People always look at me, so that's
Literally.
why. Yeah, people always like,
Literally.
oh my god.
No,
big
he
guy.
is a boss. I was downstairs ordering some sandia, and then he's like, "What are you doing down here? Go upstairs." I'm like, "Okay, I'm eating."
Yes, sir. No, for sure. And like, I think it's great that there's two Leos on this team because I feel
Yes.
like Marco and I met each other's match right before. I feel like it.
I don't know if you would be my match, but
Oh shit!
I'm complimented that.
Whoa! He's like, I don't think so.
I guess like I feel like no. Okay, in my opinion, Marco,
Yeah.
I feel like
To
nobody
Tati.
challenges him.
That's
Like,
not true.
like not physically. Hold on.
Wait,
like,
I'm trying to box.
like
I love
question
it.
you,
I love
like,
where this
no,
is
but
going.
what about this? Have you thought about this way and not this way? What if we did this? Or
I see
prove
what she's
this?
saying. I see
And
what
I feel like I came in before meeting you doing that. And you're
Yeah.
probably like, who does she think she is? And I'm
See, I
like,
didn't
who
take
does
that.
he think he is?
See, I'm the opposite. I didn't take that as like, who do I think you are?
Oh, I
took
did.
that as like constructive to get a common goal. So.
That's nice. I like that.
But at the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
I'm
Deals.
used to being a
So
boss.
that's what she means. You met your match.
I think Tati just came in like guns blazing, and it was.
I think Tati was confused
She's
like
just-
for a couple
doesn't
weeks
leave-
before she met you. She was like, "Who's
Who's this man?
Yeah, who is this man?
Are you?
Why
I've
is he
never
here?"
seen you before. And then I was like, oh, hi.
Hi, tall man.
Hey, tall
Yeah,
man.
there was a lot going on, but
Okay, yeah.
it was all good though. My two Leos. All right, who wants to start with affirmations?
I could go first.
I love it, birthday girl.
My affirmation is I love myself and love comes easily to me.
Ooh, tell me
Like
more.
that?
Like
Yeah,
that.
right, you got it like
yeah.
that?
And I don't say love comes easily to me like in a cocky way. I think it's just more about finding love in any situation, not necessarily just romantic love. It's like
I
the
was gonna
love.
say you are hot, so
No,
maybe
no,
that's why.
no. Like just reading like some of the cards and the handwritten notes my friends or my students got me for my birthday, and it was just like they're so meaningful. I mean, my love language is quality time, but like words of affirmation mean so much to me, especially like a handwritten card. And so like today I was reading them over, and I was just like getting really
Also,
emotional.
Tati, you attract what you are, and you give a lot, so that's why you probably receive it.
Yeah. So that's my affirmation.
That is so sweet. Because I do look at people, and I don't mean to sound like, I don't know, a weirdo, but like I do look at certain people that I know. So it's not just like social media, it's personal level, but then I look at their social, right? And one of my first questions is always like, how do they have this like strong squad? Like, how do they have these friends that always seem to come through? Like, I love my friends, but they ain't coming through the way your friends come through. And I think about that a lot, because I'm not saying that makes my friends less than or whatever. Life happens, and maybe your friends are in different places and my friends are. I don't know. I can't answer that. But when I look at it, I'm like, some of y'all have like this core group where just like people just fucking love you. And it makes me like think like, wow, like what do you put out into the universe? Like, I guess you really are there for your people. You
Yeah.
are too. You're very like, if I was to call you and be like, hey, I'm having a barbecue Friday night in my dumpster, you would literally come.
Like, what am I bringing?
In my
Yeah.
dumpster.
What do you need?
You wouldn't ask questions.
What
you'd
am
be
I bringing to
there.
the dumpster?
Right.
What am I
like,
bringing?
You're very much like that. You both are. And I think that's like a great quality. And one thing about me is like, I know I'm a good friend, but I'll be real. Like, I sometimes don't come through as much as I should. And that makes me sad, because I don't want to be that person or like that friend, And it's like, okay, well then don't be that friend, And it's that simple, in my opinion. But sometimes it's like life happens or I can't make it, whatever. But I want to start showing up for people more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think it has to be physically coming through either. It could be just like being there, saying a prayer for them, calling them, checking up on them. It doesn't have to be like all the time showing up physically. You could show up in so many different ways.
And also, I feel like you probably you're noticing these things and you're changing,
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That's what life is about.
I'm trying. Awesome. Go ahead. Affirmation.
So my affirmation, I don't know if it would be an affirmation, but maybe it's un regaño, like, what, how do you say that?
What?
Un regaño?
Someone yelled at you? Someone
No, like regañar,
scolded you?
like like doing it to yourself, regañarte a ti mismo.
Oh,
Like,
self holding yourself accountable.
yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess I would say that. I said something the other day, and I felt so bad about after I said it. It was these two people together, and like they didn't. To me, you see how like it's so crazy how I thought about this, but I'm like, how is that person with that person? Like it might have been so like superficial, And my friend looked at me and she said, she's all like, wow, you're really bogus. And I'm like, what? Why? And she's all like, because you're just looking at things through the normal eye. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're where you're at. You're not with anybody. And then, yeah, because I did say something really mean. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like,
Okay.
Like that's to say that because
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's to say that I'm saying that because this person in my eyes is an ugly person and they have like a hot ass person with them. And my thing is like, I was reflecting upon that this weekend after my friend like really checked me. She's like, wow, you're very bogus for saying that, very nasty for saying that. And I thought to myself like, yeah, that's a very nasty thought to have. And so my affirmation would be like, be nice, or, you know, just be nice. Like think about what you're thinking about and change those thoughts, because like that's not a good thing to be harboring inside. And that's what you're gonna attract. You're gonna attract people
that negative
that
energy.
are like that, you know. And I've had bad luck when it comes to that. And so that was kind of like an affirmation for myself, like check yourself, like, you know, check what you're thinking and don't be nasty like that. And it's not like I'm always thinking that,
Right.
but just to have said that, really, you can really gauge where you're at in your mind,
Right.
when it comes to those things.
Facts.
Because I think everyone's beautiful. So how can I think that everyone's beautiful and then at the same time say shit like that, you know? So yeah, I don't know if that's
But the reality is not everybody's beautiful.
inside. No, but as far as
I'm not talking about physically. I'm saying you could be a beautiful person.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't talking about physically. You could be a beautiful person with really like bad qualities and
and that's the
characteristics,
thing.
and like just be rude to
And I
people
feel
around
like-
you.
And I feel like that's one of the things that like I'm checking myself. Like at the end of the day, like, are you a beautiful human being?
Right.
Like
Do
forget
your actions.
Yeah, forget
show
about
that.
what other people are. Like, are you being that person? You know, because me have said that really grows me out
Got
of
it.
myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You checked yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that person's probably with that other person because they're a beautiful person. You know, maybe not physically to me or my taste to me, but they're a beautiful person. You know, and
got
so it's something that I had to really check myself.
Yeah. Look at you both. Getting deep
How
with
about you?
it. All right. I think mine would be, I'm going to say it in 3 different languages because I know how to.
Fucking
Oh,
right.
like-
Flex on them real quick,
Trilingual.
Paulina.
Let
Flex
me
on them.
Motherfucking flex. So the first language will be English. Y'all must be familiar with that. The saying is, what will be, will be. So in Spanish,
Que será,
que será, será.
Uh-huh.
And then in Polish, I would say, to będzie, będzie.
Oh.
Yeah, y'all heard that shit?
Oh, I love that.
You know French, Marco? What's that in French? Let's throw in a fourth one.
I know. I blinked out. You got to come back to me.
Okay, it's okay. 3 is
See?
good.
Yeah, we tried 3 of them. So basically, I feel like kind of back to the control, what you guys were talking about with your Leo-ness, right? Having like a form of control or wanting it. I think I have to remember that in this grand scheme of the world and the universe, it's like I'm only this like tiny little fucking speck, little ant, whatever you want to call it. And unfortunately, like I can't control outcomes of stuff. You know what I mean? I think we all like secretly sit there and go like, oh, if it was my way, I would have this or do that, whatever. And I'm trying to like let go and let God, but I really want to just like understand the term of like what will be, you know, like when it comes to like just work and life, and then just like what will be, you know, I'm going to do me, I'm going to put in my work, I'm going to do what needs to be done. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do me. And I'm going to just let the universe, God, my ancestors unfold what's going to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at
Yeah, beautiful.
this week, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Nice.
Love it.
I love that.
So we were talking about really quick Lollapalooza here in Chicago. And I swear to God, we sound like a bunch of old farts. Like, this is so funny. Because, like, talk to me 5-10 years ago. Not even 10, because I, honestly, confession, I never went prior to working.
It's still never gone to a Lollapalooza.
And you have no desire to, do you?
None of the headliners besides Karol G
Right,
like
shout
really
out.
stuck out to me, and I'm going to see her at Soldier Field in
Right.
in September. So
That's what I said. I'm like, I'm going to have a seat. So
I'm gonna go see her, so.
Not going to stand in grass.
yeah, no, thank you.
No, I can't
was
do
wet.
festivals. It
Oh,
was
I saw a
bad.
post. It said instead of Lollapalooza, it's giving La Lluvia.
Oh, somebody posted that?
Somebody I know on Facebook said that
Nice.
because it was raining. But
LOL
anyway,
jokes.
yeah,
I don't know. I just
I
can't
thought it was
do.
funny.
Our old people jokes.
I know. We're
It's
so
old people
bad.
jokes.
We're so bad.
It was wet though. I
Humble.
can confirm that. I was there.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was not my vibe. Why am I like this?
You like to be comfortable.
This is what I tell my friend. My friend. I'm not gonna say her name because then I'm gonna get in trouble. But there's a lot of things that I think as we get older, we like to stay in what's comfortable to us, and that's it. And I think what I try to always practice, and I tell my friend is like, you could be like that because I mean you could do whatever you want, you know.
Correct.
But I told her like you need to learn how to just enjoy the moment from everything, you know. Like you can't just because I'm out of my comfort zone or whatever, I'm not gonna enjoy this, because that's how my one friend is. They want to go to the same spots, eat at the same places, and I'm like, dude, wherever we go, like, you know, just enjoy it, you know. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents.
That's your 2 cents. I get that. I don't know. I just feel like I kept saying when I was there, I was like, I want to go home. I mean, my coworkers did too. I think we work these festivals. We're over it. It's 4 days. It's tiring. You're there all day. I was not there all day, nor was I there every day. So I feel like I didn't even get that part compared to my coworkers. But I was like, this sucks for you guys. Like, this is like my hell. Like, this isn't fun. And then when I went to the crowd and I got food, and then like we went to go see somebody perform, I forgot what, it was like 7:00. It was just so packed and I felt gross. And I get really claustrophobic. Like, I don't like that feeling. I'm like, you're too close. Like, I told my own best friend, like, you're too close. Like, I need space. Like, this is like too much. I don't know. I don't know if festivals are for me anymore, if they ever even were.
Yeah, they do overstimulate your brain. Like,
Well, yeah, because we talked about it with Sueños, so I could only imagine Lollapalooza's double that.
I think so, yeah.
No more.
Triple, maybe?
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely more because like Sueños is obviously like Latino based. That's who their crowd they're aiming for. Lollapalooza is for everybody.
Yeah, I don't like the lines, and I don't like going to like one place to another. But once you're like, because I went for Karol G, thanks to my friend over here. But when she actually went on, that part was beautiful to me. Like,
I bet. Yeah.
And she sang my song twice, Amargura, so I was like really excited. So that part was nice. The part that you're talking about going through lines and stuff like that, like, yeah, we're old, so it's like it's one of the things that we have to deal with. So.
Not my vibe.
Yeah. No,
But
I don't think it would be my
very much glad.
If it was free, it would be, but if I'm paying for it, it's not my vibe. And even then, like for Sueños, I didn't pay, but it was still...
Yeah,
it was fun. I had fun. But
I liked it.
I was chilling at Sueños. Like once I found my spot, like I didn't go anywhere. I didn't walk around. I was happy on my blanket, living my best life, eating my food in that little section.
Yeah.
Love it. No festivals for me, thank you. So question, guys. There was a little debate that I was having with my coworkers, right, at the show that I work on, and I kind of thought about it because it relates to my wedding as well, and I want to know your guys' thoughts, okay? And I think it's really interesting because I almost think it's like a cultural thing in my opinion, but I could be wrong. But the argument was, my coworker was going to a wedding over the weekend, and he said that he's like, I hate when people don't go to the ceremony, but they go to the reception. The ceremony is usually the spiritual part, in case someone doesn't know, because I didn't know for 5 seconds what was what. So it's like the church, it could be whatever it is, right? And then they show up to the reception, though, which is the party, right? The booze, the food, the dancing. I guess a lot of people, I don't really know, to be honest, because low-key, I don't really go to a lot of ceremonies unless it's attached to the...
I was just about to say that.
Yes, unless it's attached to the party where it's like, you know...
ceremony, cocktail hour.
Right, or literally like right there.
Right there,
like
in the same spot.
I give it like a 2-hour gap I'm okay with. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I have been to weddings when I was little, even now too, that the church is at 12. It's a Catholic church.
The party's at 6.
Party's at 6. I tried to explain that. And I was like, I can't get mad if somebody doesn't come to my 12 p.m. church. And if they do, that's beautiful. But if they don't, I don't hold it against them. And can I be honest? I'd be more mad. Me and my other coworker said this. We'd be more mad if you didn't come to the reception.
Because you paid for it.
Because you actually paid more money. That's per person, per
seat. He tried saying like, oh, I'm not worried about the money. It's like, okay, but I am.
No, yeah. Like,
sir, I am. But it's like, I paid for you, but not only that, it's like, I kind of want to party with you. Like, that to me is more fun than sitting in a church and seeing you in the stands.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, though?
Because you get to interact more.
I can see both sides.
I mean, okay, the ceremony, yes, is the spiritual. It's honestly the most important part of a marriage, a wedding. Yes. Because it's literally, depending on your religion, bringing yourselves together before God, your family, and those. Yes. However, I agree, you're paying per person for the reception, not the church.
Yes.
So whether 10 people show up, 500 people show up, you pay whatever you pay for the church.
Right.
I think it just depends on what you value. Like, a lot of times people don't value, like, they don't care if they paid for their friend and they didn't show up. If they go and enjoy,
They got money.
if they go and they enjoy their like marriage or whatever.
Ceremony part?
No, just anything. So if you go to the ceremony or if you go to the reception, either or, like you're going to kind of celebrate that person, whatever you choose to do.
See what
and
you're
I think
saying.
it's not, one is more important than the other one. In my eyes, the more important part is that they came to celebrate you, and that's it.
I agree with that. And
The importance isn't that you
Yes.
spend money on the thing. Well, for me, it wouldn't be that. It
Yeah.
would be that they came to celebrate with me.
100%. And
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I feel like, okay, if you're coming to the ceremony, that's really awesome bonus points. But I'm not mad if you don't come to my 12, I'm not having this, but to my 12 p.m. church, and then you have a 6-hour gap and you're in your dress in your suit or whatever for 6 hours. Some people don't go home or they can't go home. And I'm just like, that's so dumb. Like, I can't get mad at that if you don't come to my, you know what I'm saying, to my ceremony. And I also do think my hot unpopular take is that I think the ceremony is for mostly family and close friends. So I don't need like my mom's coworker there.
No,
I just don't.
I agree. In my experience, the only times I've gone to the ceremony or church is when it's like a really close friend or family. Other than that, I just go to the reception.
It's like your neighbor's daughter's son.
And if I go to the mass or whatever first, and then afterwards I'm going to eat and I'm pre-gaming for your reception. I'm gonna go have margaritas and drink, and then that's what there was a wedding I went to in November, and after the ceremony, my friends and I, we went and we got margaritas and we had just like appetizers, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then we went to the reception.
I'm assuming there was like some gap, but not too much.
It was like a 2 to 3 hour gap.
Okay. So
And
I think that's doable.
by the time we drove from the reception to the restaurant and we got our food and margaritas, we were right on time.
Yeah. See, that's doable. But like when people do like the 12 to 6, it's like I can't get mad if someone can't wait 6 hours.
I never
You never go to the church?
to the church ever.
Yeah.
Just
A lot of times I bet you're working too, or a
it's
lot of
because
people
I'm
do.
working. It's because I'm working.
So like you want to do your work, finish up your day, and then go party and go celebrate
That's
the couple.
literally the
Correct.
excuse for me. But
Yeah.
And
distance too. Like
But
how
also I don't
far
wanna
are you
go.
traveling?
Yeah, exactly. Like, is the
Yeah.
church, how far is it? Sometimes the church and the party are 2 different towns. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, and that's fine. Do your thing, but like, you can't get mad at people. I feel like the reception is more impactful, more fun. Like, you don't have to sit next to my Nana and watch me get married. Like that's sweet of you. But if you don't make it, I'm not mad at you.
But you're right. It does also depend on who it is.
Yes,
Like
if
if
it's-
it's my best friend, I
Of
have to.
course you're going to be there.
Of course.
Yeah, that's not even a question. What do you think, producer?
I personally, I'm with Nestor. I think you should just go to the reception. Like, I don't go to the church at all. But I think the older generation, especially Hispanic, it's like you have to go to both.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say too. Like I didn't want to say it, but the old people always go to the ceremony.
Yeah. So for like our wedding, we had a reception and a wedding. Like, so it was 5:00. It was the wedding outside my parents' house, and then the reception was in the backyard. So it was like outdoor wedding, and everyone went there.
Yes.
But the day before, we had a church wedding because, fun fact, you're not supposed to get married outside of the church. So if you want to get married like Catholic, it has to be inside of a Catholic church.
Right.
know.
It can't be outside, which is stupid.
Yeah.
But so we had a church wedding, and it was just all like older people that knew about it and went. So I think it's the older generation definitely goes. The younger generation, I think, like Tati, they pregame or they do something else and they go to the reception.
Yeah, my mom will be like, "You're not going to the church?"
Yeah,
I'm
tenemos que ir a las
"Mom,
dos."
yeah." I'm like, "Mom, you act like this is a surprise. I never go to any church functions."
And this kind of sounds bad, but like it's the same for like funerals for me.
Is it?
Like I'll go to the wake, like in the funeral home,
Oh, okay.
but like the actual mass and the burial, unless it's like somebody close to me, like a
Yeah. That's
not bad.
family member, I only go to the actual mass, church, and burial if it's somebody close to me.
Yeah, I don't go to the church.
I only
don't
go
think that's
to
bad.
the wake just to
yeah.
give my respects.
Unless
say
it's like you
prayer.
said, family or very, very
Yeah.
close friends, parent or something like or friend.
Right.
I mean, God
Yeah.
forbid, but
No, right.
no, yeah, I'm not going if it's like my mom's like old boss from 20 years ago. I'm not gonna go to the funeral. I mean, God rest her soul, but like I think it's again more impactful to go to the wake when it's the time to do that, to pay your respects. The funeral to me is very personal. Very, like you're literally burying somebody.
Like you don't want anyone around.
No, like I think that should be close family and
Yeah, yeah.
friends
No, I get
and
it.
whoever wants to attend. But again, don't hold that against people. And I do think that's very personal, my opinion.
But for me, I want everyone to be there at everything. Okay.
Oh, shut up.
This is making me think about a different topic, kind of touching on what we talked about when we talked about forgiveness and this. What are your thoughts on this? Let's say there's somebody you don't get along with right now. There's beef, like you're not on good terms. God forbid they pass. Do you go?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, I don't know.
I would.
Why?
No, I don't know. I mean, I think it depends. I saw this post on social media, and it's like, if we got beef and you die, we still got beef. I don't care.
You and your social media posts.
Yeah,
Get off of social media.
definitely.
No, I honestly, I don't know.
I think it's what they did. I think it's to the extent of like,
Okay.
what did you do?
No, yeah, I don't see myself like not paying my respects, but I think there's a difference with like saying a prayer for them than physically showing up. Because, okay, like think about it like this. What if it's your ex?
I would go.
Almost all my exes I would show up for.
Except the last one.
No. I don't know. No, I don't know.
You would. You totally
I don't know.
would.
Didn't you find him outside of like I can't
A
say this.
cemetery?
Yeah, I was like, we
Wait,
can't say
what?
A
that stuff.
tombstone.
That
Wait.
was off mic, but
Oh,
Wait, say it again. Wait, didn't I
just
what?
bleep me.
Fight.
Bleep me.
Fight. Argue.
Can you
Didn't I-
bleep me?
Didn't I argue?
Argue or fight.
No,
Done.
you found him.
no, you saw him in a.
Oh no, she's seen.
We reconnected. We
There you go,
reconnected at a ceremony.
circle.
Not a ceremony, at the cemetery on Father's Day years ago.
This
Exactly.
episode's so dark.
I know.
Yeah.
Hello?
And by the way, I was talking about you guys show up to all my if I get married, nothing else. I wasn't saying
Yeah,
anything
I'm
crazy.
going to all your events.
No, yeah, but it wasn't on purpose. Like
No, I
he was
understand.
there visiting his father, and I was there visiting my grandfather, and I saw his car and I saw him, and I was like, oh my God. But like, we weren't talking at the time, but then I saw him, and then
Tati,
we talked again
if he
after.
dies, you have to go.
No, he's not the person okay. So I have not talked to this person in years.
Tea.
In years. No, but like I genuinely, honestly, swear to God, I don't have any ill will towards him. So he's not the person I was thinking of. Even though, which
So
is
you are
crazy.
thinking
He's
about
he's the person I legit have not talked to out of all my exes. I have not seen him. I haven't, like, I think if I ever see him, I'd be like, oh my God. But I have not seen him. And it's not necessarily about him, whether I would go or not. It's more like, oh my God, it's so weird with the family. You don't think so?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like walking in, it's like, oh, it's the ex-girlfriend, and and
It shouldn't be. It's the last thing on their mind if they're burying them.
You're right. Yeah,
You know?
and that's very selfish of me to think. Tati's here.
No,
Forget
not in a
everything.
bad way. You're important.
You're
No,
Leo, so-
right. No, but no, the person is the person you know. That's actually who I'm not thinking of, because I have no ill will. I genuinely wish him the very best. I have so much love for him and respect, and it just. That's how I feel. Like, it didn't work out with your exes. That's totally fine. It's just another ex that just annoys me. I don't know if I would go.
Really?
Yeah, this ex is like mad fake, dude.
I think, yeah.
You know when like you
But
break
I-
up
but
and
I-
then y'all like become like, you find a place where you're friends and you're cordial and you're cool, and then they switch up.
But I think you going to somebody's funeral has nothing. It's not about them. I mean, it is about them, but it's about.
No, I get it. Yeah,
What
you
it
know
says
what?
about you
I'll
as a
probably go
person.
to all of them. You're right, because I know
Yeah,
who I
it's out
am
there.
genuinely deep down.
Right.
I know
You're a
who I
good
am.
person, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes
I'd
to the
probably
beef,
go.
what you're like, oh, if you're beefing with somebody and then God
Yeah,
forbid they pass,
yeah.
it's got to, like, and we've talked about beef where it's like, you would never forgive somebody if they did your mom super dirty or wrong. Like, that person, I'm not going to their funeral. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care. Actually, I'm not even sorry. I'm not going. You know what I mean? If somebody crossed, like, my mom in a bad way or even me, but I mean, like, they had to do something bad. I'm not talking about we broke up, it didn't work out, and now
No,
you're, like, crying
right.
on
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah.
It's, like, bad.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
I mean, if I knew this person, even if it was really bad, I think I would go. Like, if we were cool, because yeah, I think it's just the right thing to do.
You're not wrong, but I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
Hell
Do you,
no.
do you
I
guys
just
ever
thought about
wonder like who was gonna be at your funeral?
Oh, all the time.
I was just thinking that the
All
other day.
the time.
I don't
do.
like to talk about this stuff.
I do.
Nestor's like, no.
Just be
Look
like,
at
I do.
why are you getting
My hair's
goosebumps?
because it's scary.
I think more people in my head are gonna show up than in real life. That's what I think. I think in my head it's a packed house, but in real life it's not.
I mean, you're gonna be dead, so it doesn't matter.
I always
I'm
think
gonna be there.
about. I always think about like when I die, like what's gonna be named after me where I work. I feel like they're gonna name something after me.
A bench.
No,
They
not
do-
bench. Like something bigger.
A room,
Yeah, a
fucking
whole
school.
something.
an assembly hall.
Yeah, like the whole auditorium.
You know,
or
there's
something.
people that have like cured whatever, and only a bench is named after them.
Yeah.
I know.
You're shooting really high, girl.
Yeah, I am. Okay,
Yeah,
this
that is
also
shooting high.
okay. This is my these topics have me going off
love
crazy.
it. I'm crazy.
So I had this idea a long time ago. Like I want to pitch it to Netflix
Oh my goodness.
because I feel like it'll be genius.
All right, let's hear this.
So picture this: it's a reality TV show. Okay,
You're
and you
crazy.
think you're going in to find love, or you think you're going in for some kind of reality show, right? And you walk in a room, and the minute you walk in the room, it's all your exes sitting at the dinner table, and you're forced to sit and have dinner with all of them, and they just all talk about you, like your relationship with them in front of each other.
That's a
Like-
lame show.
That's lame.
I only have like one ex,
imagine?
so
Okay,
it's one person.
Okay, I guess
It's
this
one person
is.
sitting
If somebody
there.
has more, if you have more
Tati,
than
how many
three,
exes do
if
you
you have
have?
more than three, can you imagine?
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's kind of like a setup for them.
Yeah.
Like this is one to humble you, maybe two to. It's like a show about growth and like owning your shit, or maybe or maybe even like
She's pitching
facing,
it, guys. She's
maybe
pitching
even
it
like
right.
fixing relationships, like forgiving them, getting. I don't want to say closure because closure is not a real thing.
I want to see if there's a pattern. If they all find a pattern.
That's why, like, if they had to all say, like describe your relationship, if they all say the same thing, what would they
Yeah.
say? So, like, that's my question.
So you
All
want to
your-
see if you're the problem? Is that what it is? That what
or
you're-
not only the problem, like, if you had
But
to
it
say
is
a good thing, right? Like, okay, what's one thing like you think was great about your relationship? If it's all
I
similar.
like where it's going.
It's
Like
cute.
I
okay.
think, but like
It grew
it's
on me.
set. It's a setup.
Director
like bum, bum, bum,
Tati?
bum. You walk in and it's like all your exes at a table and you can't run away and you have to eat dinner with them and it's just like a dinner talk show almost.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
I have a better
Do
Netflix
you all
show.
live in the same?
no.
You don't
It's
live,
just,
it's just a
it's
dinner.
It's a dinner. That's it. It's no
Oh, it's
hell
not The
no.
Bachelor, no.
Don't
Yeah,
don't.
you're not like an
it has
island.
nothing to do with you finding
That would
love.
be
That's
interesting, though.
just how you get them on the show.
That would be interesting.
That is actually interesting. If you have 3 or more exes, that could be really powerful.
I think that'll be so cool. And like that makes me think like if you guys had to sit at the table, what do you think all your exes would say about you that like you feel like would be a pattern? What do you have what would they have in common about you?
Want me to answer?
Yeah.
For me, it would definitely be that I don't know how to control my emotions. I'm very
Okay.
much like inner child. Like my fighting style is dirty, and that's something I'm working on.
Okay.
For sure.
What about you, Nessa?
I don't know what they would say about me.
It could be good, bad. Like it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be
I'm s-
great. It
why-
just what do you think a pattern will be?
Say
Is
it.
it sexual?
No, it's not sexual.
Yes, you sexual.
I thought it
I'm
was
just trying to
nice.
think about it. Because, you think you're perfect.
No, I don't. No, not heck no.
No,
Why? She knows she
No, I
doesn't.
don't. Fuck
Not
no.
you. I'm
Especially
saying-
in a relationship.
No,
No.
not
like
you.
you think you're
like in
About
general.
yourself,
Okay,
like,
I
you're
was
like,
like, no, I'll tell you right
I'm
now.
saying
No.
what's the thought that you think about yourself is like, nothing's wrong with me,
I don't think that at all.
No,
about myself.
I'll go, and then you could
Okay,
think a
okay,
little
okay,
longer.
go.
For me, I feel like they would all say I probably pushed them a little too much, and this kind of goes back to the episode where Marcos was like, "We don't want a guy a guy doesn't want a girl like being the mom." And like trying to push them. Cause I feel like every single one of my exes, like again, like I was like, you should try this, you should do this, you should do more. Like, don't be complacent. Like, do this. I did that to all my exes. So they'll probably be like, she didn't let me be.
damn.
She wanted
That's a really
more.
good
She wanted
question.
more. She wanted more. Like there was a lot of pressure. I feel like I put a lot of pressure.
You're not self-aware then if you don't really know one
Yeah.
thing that you can say
One-
about yourself.
And it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't
Right.
have to be good. Like mine is not bad, but it's not good. It could be good. Like they could be like, oh, she challenged me. She
Yeah.
pushed me. I'm better because of her. Maybe. I don't know. Or it could be like
Yeah.
this bitch tried to control me and try to be the man in the relationship.
I think something they would say about me would be probably I'm too passive. Like I don't
Oh.
really care,
Really?
okay.
Wow.
Marco?
What about
me?
you?
Yeah.
That they all regret leaving me.
That's the Leo. That's the Leo.
These fucking Leos,
That's
dude.
the Leo.
Y'all are crazy.
That's the Leo.
Yeah, right.
Y'all are
I'm just
too
gonna
much.
say,
No.
listen, they all came back. At some point, they all
They
spin
always
the
do.
block. They all came back.
Damn,
Not
Tati,
now.
too much.
I know.
Not one of them left and stayed gone.
I'm
Okay,
just
they
kidding,
all
I'm
came
kidding.
back.
Hey man, I don't know. I'm gonna stay quiet.
I have
The
I know.
toxic episode.
I have like a confused face right now. I want to be that confident in my life, but
Yeah.
I love it though. Listen, Leos, you guys are really running shit right now. I have a better Netflix show
Let's hear it.
idea. You think you're on a reality show?
Okay.
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 This goes back to what we were talking about too, and you are casted, whatever. You're actually pronounced dead to the public. And you see who comes to your You're right.
That's fucked up.
I know.
That's
Love it.
dirty.
That's
That's
fucked
genius, but that's dirty.
You really fucking see what people
Dude.
say about you?
Yo.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh
You're
my
in
God.
hiding for the show, but you get to
That's
watch to
so
address.
traumatic
They
for
should
your
do that-
family.
they should do that
Can
the
you
way-
at least, can we put some
That's
people
so
where they know
crazy.
it's not true?
I'm crazy.
Because
This
I'm
is-
not putting
this
my
is
mom
very
and my
dark.
family
Of
through that.
course not.
Okay.
But
Break
I
my
mean,
heart.
your mom and your dad, like, and your grandma, who have like a close
Okay, we'll have
will
a list
know.
of people who know, like, it's fake.
That's still super twisted.
Dude,
I'm a
that's
twisted
so
person. I'm
twisted.
twisted as fuck.
Nobody. Just
Scary.
pop out like
Yeah, just be like
But
so
you
and
sit
so.
up.
They make
like right when they're about to close it.
I don't think I could even stand there. I'd be like,
Dude, this idea would have been done too, I bet you, but I bet they would have got sued and all this bullshit.
Yes.
You know what I
That's
mean?
dark.
I bet this
That
would
is
have
very
happened.
dark.
that's dark.
I'm sorry, I'm so
My
dark.
mind doesn't go there. Like,
Mine does.
but it's
great.
good.
That's a great idea.
I mean,
It
it's
is.
a good idea.
Would you guys be on a reality show?
No.
Yes.
Yes, I would. Somebody just
I think so. I
Yeah.
auditioned for something when like
Oh,
real
wasn't it
world.
Say Yes to the
Barney?
Dress or something?
Oh,
No.
I
Yeah,
thought
you
I was getting on
called
that one. What?
Oh, you auditioned for the real world?
Barney.
Barney.
I auditioned for Barney when I was 3.
Okay,
I
have
didn't
a-
get that.
I have a question.
What?
If you guys had your own reality show, who would you cast? Because my friend was
Well,
telling me
myself.
that. Well, yeah.
Like
but
what? Which one of our friends or
which ones are
family
your
members?
friends? Yeah.
For sure,
you
my
can
parents.
You can only pick 4 people.
Okay, for sure, my parents because they're hilarious. Like
funny.
our dynamic is hilarious. And then
That's
2
two.
other people. My best friend Fiamma, for sure, because she says some shit.
Okay, you could get 5 people.
Okay, I would just say like my closest girlfriends and my parents.
Well, you
Because-
gotta pick them. I want to hear names. You already said.
Air 'em out.
Okay, my mom, my dad, Fiamma, Jackie, Alexa, and Yasi.
That's
But Bianca's funny too,
I
though.
said 5. I said 5.
Oh, see, don't
Wait,
do
but,
that.
like,
I can't
what
do
is a
that.
reality show? Is it just like the Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a reality
It
show.
depends. So
Do you guys
okay.
think like your life is that?
No.
interesting?
So
Mine
I
is.
feel like
Mine is.
I feel like you know how they have that
My life is
Abbott Elementary show or whatever.
Ah.
I think where I work, our English department deserves a reality show, and we should be called the department. Where our copy room is like the confessional, because the shit that happens at work, you can't make this up. We would be a great reality show about teachers, like a real one about English teachers called The Department, because there's so much that goes on. Jackie and I will steal the show. It'll be great. Because there's gossip, there's juicy things happening.
Right.
The tea is hot.
The tea is hot.
It would be
Is
so
there
good.
hot
So like
teachers?
if I had one, I
Hot
feel like
English teachers?
the work one would be fun.
Okay.
But then like I feel like my family and I think we could hold a reality show.
I think you
I
guys
genuinely think, because my parents, like, if you don't know my parents, like, they're hilarious. They're blunt. They say some shit that's a little wild, but like, that's what a reality TV show is.
You know what? I have a friend that I used to hang out with back in LA, and she worked for reality TV. You know that show Snapped?
It sounds familiar.
It's like you kill your wife or something.
Oh,
Snapped.
shit.
Look,
Oh,
look
yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay.
Or like it's like I think it was the wife version, because there's a couple of versions of Snapped. Point is, she worked on one of those shows, and we talked about reality shows, and she said people think, like you said, to your point, they're so interesting. Everybody wants their own show, which is hilarious, because like I think we all wanted it at one point. But she made a good
Yeah.
point, and she said a lot of times casting directors look for people who own businesses. It's just a thing for them.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that they want to focus on the business spectrum. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
families can work. The Kardashians obviously worked,
But
but now
they're
that I
a
think
business.
about it, well, before even they were like a business, like they had their little store.
Yeah, Dash.
in Calabasas.
Dash.
Was there something else too? Because there was a kid
Oh,
store.
yeah.
And then
No,
Courtney and Chloe owned another one.
Yeah, and then their mom had the kids
the
store
kids
next
one next
door.
door. I forgot.
They did. I forgot what it's called.
It's gonna bother me.
It was before Dash.
But now that I think
Poosh.
about
It
it,
wasn't a-
no, Poosh is her now thing.
No.
It's gonna bother me too.
It's gonna bother-
Isn't
can
it Kardashian kid? I don't know.
No,
no,
hold
no,
on.
no.
I need to look this up.
Point is, yeah, they two stores, whatever. So now that I look back at it, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe Seacrest was going for that because you're casting this beautiful family, which like they're hilarious in the house.
Yeah, it was called Dash.
It was Dash.
Yeah.
So what was Chris's?
No, they had a kid store. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris had a kid store next door. It was for the two little ones.
Yeah, it was the kid one. I know. I'm looking.
I can't remember. But so maybe you guys
Yeah.
should start a reality show.
What about you?
What about me?
Your people that you would cast.
And my thing?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Honestly,
it was Smooch.
Smooch.
Yes.
I said Pooch.
I mean,
Smooch.
Yeah.
Close enough.
I don't know. I think honestly, I would probably just cast like the people that I work with at the show that I'm on because I just feel like we already kind of do that.
That chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, for so long.
Yeah,
honestly,
for sure.
Or this podcast. That's about it.
Yeah.
because they still they would talk about us here as a collective, but a lot of times they still talk about your individualness.
Yeah,
when you
and
look at
that's what I
shows.
like most about reality shows. It's just not focused on one person. It's like you see
Yes,
everybody.
The Housewives. I love it.
All of it.
What about you? Who are you casting before we wrap up?
Everyone at the store. The shit that happens
Yeah.
there is so crazy.
See? My theory.
But yeah.
What about you, Marco? If you had a reality show today,
I don't know.
Candyland.
Candyland? No, I don't know. I don't think
Secrets
I would.
behind the candy.
I don't think
Secrets
I
of
would
Dulce.
do a reality show. To be honest with you,
You would?
no.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I don't see Marco on a reality
Yeah.
show.
No.
He doesn't even show his face
But
on this
that's the
camera
thing.
on this podcast.
Well, we
You
only
wanna
have
put
4
him on-
cameras, but yes.
No, but
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
But those are
Yeah.
the things that we don't know what would.
I feel like I'd be good at a reality
Yeah.
show.
for sure you would
I
be.
would.
Yeah.
I would be good, but I just feel like
You could be a supporting character.
Yeah.
You could be
Come
like
in.
Tati's friend because like when they
Can I
demoted your
come into the
friend.
holiday episodes? Like
Yeah, there
like
you
Christmas,
go.
Thanksgiving.
You could
Yeah.
be the one that people are like, I wish I saw more of this
Yeah,
person.
a supporting cast.
Like
member.
how Kylie used to always have Jordan.
Yeah, there you go.
Until the drama. Oh my god.
Right.
I don't. I forgot.
Like
Or
on
like
the Housewives.
Lala or
Oh yeah. Oh the Malikas.
Pippin.
Oh, Larsa Pippen.
Larsa
Didn't
Pimpin.
she
I'm
date
just thinking about reoccurring like friends
Yeah,
and people.
supporting cast members over here. Well, thank you guys for tuning in another episode. We love you all so much. It hurts. Any last final thoughts? Everyone good? Everyone happy?
Thank you
Be
for all
nice.
the birthday wishes, everybody.
Yes, birthday
Shout
girl.
out to my
Oh,
Never
Oh yeah,
Too Shy
happy birthday,
fam.
Tati.
Hey, thank
Yes.
you. Happy birthday. So thanks for listening. You can always follow us at Never Too Shy Pod on Instagram. I'm Paulina at Paulina Rowe.
I'm Tati at Talk with Tati. I didn't know what name to say.
There's a lot of Tatis in that.
I'm Nestor, the bra bro.
Love it. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you again soon. One last thing. We do want to do a episode. We want to do an episode where we will be answering your questions, kind of like a truth or drink, right? Is that what it is? So we're going to put that on our Instagram story soon. So you could drop questions. And then if we don't answer, we have to drink and get hammered. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Or I could
basically.
drink water.
No, you're drinking actual
absolutely
alcohol.
not.
Tequila.
All the good tequila.
No,
Thanks,
chill.
guys.
That's-
Bye.